Your vision is one of the most precious things you possess. It is personal, unique, and intricately tied to your purpose. But here's what many people forget: when something is precious, you don't leave it exposed for just anyone to see. You guard it, you protect it, because there's a vulnerability that comes with sharing a vision too soon or with the wrong people. The moment you open up your innermost dreams, you expose them to the opinions, criticisms, and doubts of others, and not everyone will handle your vision with the care it deserves. Think about it. How often have you shared a goal, a dream, something that felt so close to your heart, only to be met with skepticism? Someone says, "Are you sure that's going to work?" Or, "I don't think you should be doing that." And even though you started out full of energy and confidence, that one comment plants a seed of doubt. Suddenly, you're not as sure as you were. That's what happens when we expose our visions to people who don't have the capacity to understand them. It's not always malicious. Sometimes it's just that they don't see what you see, or they've never dared to dream that big for themselves. But whether it's doubt, fear, or simple misunderstanding, their words can chip away at your confidence if you let them. Guarding your vision is about keeping that dream close to your chest until it's strong enough to stand on its own. In its early stages, your vision is like a seedling. It needs time to take root. It needs nurturing care and a safe environment to grow. And sometimes the best way to ensure its growth is to keep it protected from outside elements. Not everyone will water your dream. Some will question it, some will ignore it, and some might even try to uproot it. When you guard your vision, you give yourself the space to develop it without interference. You give yourself the chance to work on it without explaining or justifying it to anyone. There's also the simple fact that your vision is deeply personal. It's yours. No one else can fully understand the intricacies of what drives you, what inspires you, and what you see for your future. When you share it too soon, you risk diluting that connection you have to your own purpose. Sometimes when we seek validation from others, we unintentionally allow their opinions to influence our direction. And if you're not careful, you can find yourself steering away from your original vision just to fit someone else's idea of what it should be. Another thing to remember is that when you talk too much about what you're planning to do, you open yourself up to being judged on the progress or lack thereof. People start asking questions: how's that project coming along? Or when are you going to launch? They might not mean any harm, but those questions can add pressure. They can make you feel like you're running out of time or that you're falling behind, even when you're on the right path. And that pressure can lead to rushed decisions, cutting corners, or even abandoning the vision altogether because it feels like it's taking too long. But when you guard your vision, you free yourself from those expectations. You allow yourself to move at your own pace, to grow in your own time, and to trust in the process without feeling the need to perform for anyone else. It's about creating an environment where your vision can thrive without unnecessary distractions, where you can focus on what needs to be done without the weight of outside opinions bearing down on you. Guarding your vision is also about learning discernment, knowing who, if anyone, to share it with. You see, not everyone deserves access to your dreams. Some people, even those who are close to you, might unintentionally undermine what you're trying to achieve. They may project their fears onto you, not because they don't care, but because they're afraid to see you step into something unfamiliar. And as well-meaning as they might be, their doubts can seep into your mindset if you're not careful. That's why it's crucial to be selective about who you allow into the inner circle of your vision. Energy is one of your most valuable resources. It fuels your focus, your creativity, your productivity, and ultimately your ability to bring your vision to life. But energy isn't infinite. It's something that can be drained if you're not mindful of how you use it. And one of the most subtle ways people deplete their energy is by constantly talking about what they're going to do rather than actually doing it. The more you talk, the more you talk, the more you spend, the more you explain, the more you lose. Every time you share your plans, every time you discuss your next move, you're giving away a little bit of the energy that could be invested in making it happen. Imagine this, you've got an idea, a plan, something that excites you, something that you're passionate about. You start talking about it to your friends, to your family, to anyone who will listen. And for a moment, it feels good. You feel a sense of accomplishment just by sharing it. You get a little burst of energy from the excitement of it all. But after the conversation, what happens? That feeling fades. The adrenaline subsides. And suddenly, the drive you had to start working on the plan isn't as strong as it was before. Why? Because you've already spent some of that energy on the talking part. You've already experienced a piece of the satisfaction that comes from thinking about it and discussing it, and now there's less urgency to do the actual work. Energy is finite. There's only so much of it to go around in a day. And if you're not careful about where it goes, you'll find yourself running on empty long before the real work begins. When you talk about your plans too much, you're spreading your energy thin. Instead of focusing that energy on the execution, on the step-by-step process that's required to bring your vision to life, you're leaking it out in conversations that don't contribute to the goal. You're spending time explaining something that hasn't even materialized yet, and in doing so, you weaken the force behind it. Think about how much time you spend talking about what you're going to do. Now, imagine if all of that time and energy were redirected back into action. How much further along would you be? How much more progress would you make if instead of using your energy to talk about your plans, you saved it for the actual execution? You see, there's a difference between talking about something and doing something. Talking gives you a temporary sense of progress, but it doesn't move the needle forward. Doing is where the real progress happens, and that requires concentrated, undiluted energy. Talking about your plans also invites outside influences that can pull your energy in different directions. When you share your vision with others, they inevitably have their own thoughts, ideas, or opinions about what you should do, how you should approach it, or what you should change. Even if their feedback is well-meaning, it can distract you from your original intention. Suddenly, you're not just spending energy on your plan, you're also spending energy responding to their suggestions, answering their questions, and maybe even rethinking your strategy based on what they said. All of this takes you further away from the core of your vision and pulls you into a space where your energy is being divided between too many things. And then there's the mental and emotional energy that goes into seeking validation from others. Sometimes we talk about our plans because we want affirmation. We want someone to tell us it's a good idea. We want to feel supported or encouraged before we move forward. But that need for validation can be draining. It puts you in a position where your energy is dependent on someone else's approval. And if you don't get the response you were hoping for, it can take the wind out of your sails. You might start second-guessing yourself, or worse, you might lose the motivation to move forward altogether. When you conserve your energy, you're not just protecting it from being wasted on unnecessary conversations, you're also preserving the purity of your vision. You're keeping it intact, focused, and aligned with the actions that need to be taken. Each step you take, each moment you spend working on your goal, becomes more meaningful because it's fueled by undiluted energy, energy that hasn't been scattered in 100 different directions. It's the kind of energy that builds momentum, that compounds over time, and that ultimately leads to the success you're working towards. Words can inspire, motivate, and ignite a spark of excitement within us. They carry weight, no doubt. But words alone are not enough to create the kind of change, the kind of impact, or the kind of success that truly makes a difference in our lives. Actions are what bring those words to life. Actions are what transform ideas into reality, intentions into outcomes, and dreams into something tangible. Without action, words remain just that empty promises, fleeting thoughts, or declarations that never materialize. But it is in the doing, not the speaking, that true power lies. We live in a world where words are often used to declare our intentions. We tell people what we're going to do. We announce our goals, our plans, our ambitions. And in that moment of declaration, we feel a sense of accomplishment. It feels good to say it out loud, to put it into the universe, to let others know what we're about to achieve. But here's the thing, saying something doesn't make it real. It doesn't bring it into existence. Action is the bridge between what we say and what we achieve. Without action, those bold statements are just empty noise. Actions, on the other hand, require commitment. They require effort. They require time, energy, and sometimes even sacrifice. When you take action, you're not just expressing an idea, you're putting in the work to make that idea happen. And work is hard. It's not glamorous. It doesn't always come with immediate recognition or applause, but it's in the consistent, often quiet effort that results are born. While words may get people's attention for a moment, actions are what hold their attention long term. Actions show proof. They demonstrate that you're not just talking about it, you're being about it. Think about the people who have left a lasting impact on the world. Were they known for their words, or were they known for what they did? The greatest leaders, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most innovative thinkers, they didn't just speak about their vision. They lived it, they worked for it. They made sacrifices, took risks, and poured their energy into making that vision a reality. Their actions spoke louder than any words ever could. And that's the power of action. It doesn't need to be announced or explained. It speaks for itself. Another thing about actions is that they are undeniable. People can argue with your words, they can disagree with your opinions or question your intentions, but they can't argue with results. When you've taken action, when you've built something, when you've achieved something, there's nothing left to debate. The results stand on their own. They speak louder than any speech, any declaration, or any promise ever could. You don't have to convince people of what you're capable of when you've already shown them. Your actions become the proof of your capabilities, your determination, and your vision. There's also a certain integrity that comes with being a person of action. When you say you're going to do something and you follow through with it, you build trust not just with others, but with yourself. Every time you take action, you reinforce your own belief in what you can accomplish. You show yourself that you are capable, that you are reliable, that you have the strength to bring your words to life. And over time, this builds a momentum that makes it easier to take the next step, and the next, and the next, and the next. Action builds confidence, and confidence fuels more action. When you trust the process, you develop a kind of inner resilience. You stop seeking validation from the outside world because you understand that the process itself is shaping you into the person you need to become. Opinions might make you second guess your choices, but trusting the process reminds you that doubt is part of the journey. There will be moments of uncertainty, times when you're unsure if you're on the right path. But those moments are part of the process too. They're opportunities for growth, for reflection, and for learning. If you abandon your path every time someone offers a differing opinion, you'll never give yourself the chance to evolve through those challenges. The truth is, opinions are often based on limited information. People can only see part of the picture. They don't see the full scope of your vision or the depths of your passion. They don't see the hours of hard work you've already put in, or the unique combination of skills, dreams, and experiences that make you who you are. And because of that, their opinions are incomplete. They can't fully comprehend the intricacies of your process because it's not their process to understand. What makes sense to you may not make sense to them, and that's okay. You don't need everyone to understand. You just need to keep moving forward, trusting that the process will take you where you need to go. There's also something incredibly grounding about trusting the process. It keeps you focused on the present moment, on the actions you can take today to move closer to your goals. When you're wrapped up in other people's opinions, you start looking too far ahead. You worry about what others will think, how they'll perceive your progress, or whether they'll approve of the path you're on. But the process brings you back to the now. It reminds you that the only thing you can control is what you do today in this moment. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. And if you keep taking those steps, the results will eventually speak for themselves. Opinions, on the other hand, can create a lot of noise and confusion. When you're constantly listening to what others think, you start questioning your own judgment. You second guess your decisions, wondering if maybe they're right and you're wrong. But here's the thing, no one else has the answers for your life. No one else knows what's best for you. Only you do. Trusting the process means trusting yourself, trusting that you're capable of making the right decisions, even when others don't agree. It means recognizing that you're the one living your life, not them. And while they may have advice to offer, you're the one who ultimately has to live with the consequences of your choices. Another powerful aspect of trusting the process is that it teaches patience. In a world that often celebrates quick wins and overnight success, the process reminds you that real, lasting success takes time. It's easy to get discouraged when progress feels slow or when you don't see immediate results. But trusting the process means understanding that growth happens incrementally. Each day you're putting in the work, even if it doesn't seem like much is happening, you're laying the foundation for future success. The process is where you build resilience, where you learn the lessons that will serve you later on. And if you abandon the process too soon because someone else's opinion made you doubt yourself, you'll miss out on the rewards that come from perseverance. Opinions can also be fickle. What one person thinks today may change tomorrow. People's views are often shaped by their own experiences, insecurities, or limited understanding of your situation. They may offer advice based on what they think would be best for them if they were in your shoes, but they're not you. They haven't walked your path. That's why it's dangerous to place too much weight on other people's opinions. If you try to please everyone or conform to what others think you should be doing, you'll end up diluting your own vision. You'll lose the essence of what makes your journey unique. Trusting the process is about staying true to yourself, even when others don't see the bigger picture. It's about having faith in your own abilities, in your own timing, and in the path you've chosen to walk. Every process looks different, and yours will not look like anyone else's. You may have periods of rapid growth followed by times when things seem to stall, but that's all part of it. The process is rarely linear. It ebbs and flows with highs and lows that shape you in ways you couldn't have predicted. When you rely on the process rather than the opinions of others, you give yourself permission to grow at your own pace. You stop feeling the pressure to measure up to other people's expectations, and instead you focus on your own progress. You recognize that the process is where transformation happens, not in the opinions of others, but in the quiet, steady work you're doing every day. And it's important to remember that opinions can sometimes be rooted in fear. People project their own fears and limitations onto others. They might not see your vision because it challenges what they believe is possible. Your journey is unlike anyone else's. It's a singular path filled with experiences, challenges, and triumphs that are uniquely yours. Yet in a world that constantly pushes us to compare ourselves to others, it can be difficult to stay grounded in the value of our personal journey. We look at the lives of others and think, why am I not where they are? Why does my journey seem slower or more complicated? But here's the truth, your personal journey is not something to be compared, dismissed, or rushed. It's something to be valued, embraced, and cherished for what it is yours. Valuing your personal journey means acknowledging that you're exactly where you need to be right now in this moment. Every step you've taken, every setback you've encountered, and every victory you've celebrated has shaped you in ways that no one else could possibly understand. It's easy to forget this when we're bombarded with other people's highlight reels, especially in this age of social media. We see others achieving their goals, living their best lives, and we start to question whether we're doing enough or moving fast enough. But what we don't see is their full story. We don't see the struggles, the sacrifices, or the slow progress behind the scenes. The same is true for your journey. No one else can fully grasp the depth of what you're experiencing. And that's what makes your path so valuable. Your personal journey isn't just about the destination. It's about the process of becoming who you are meant to be. Each twist, each turn, and each obstacle is part of your growth. When you start to value your journey, you shift your focus from the end goal to the lessons, the insights, and the personal evolution that's happening along the way. You begin to see that every challenge has something to teach you, that every setback is an opportunity to build resilience, and that every small step forward is progress, even if it doesn't seem like much in the moment. The beauty of your journey is not in how quickly you arrive at your destination, but in who you become along the way. When you value your personal journey, you also give yourself permission to move at your own pace. The pressure to keep up with others can be overwhelming, but when you truly value your journey, you realize that there's no one-size-fits-all timeline for success. Some people may reach certain milestones faster, but that doesn't diminish the importance or significance of your own progress. You are on your own path, and that path is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. Sometimes the greatest growth happens in the quiet moments when things seem to be moving slowly or even standing still. It's in those moments of stillness that you gain clarity, that you deepen your understanding of yourself, and that you lay the foundation for the next chapter of your journey. Another important aspect of valuing your personal journey is recognizing that it is deeply personal. No one else can walk your path for you. Others may offer advice, opinions, or even judgment, but they don't know the full scope of your experience. They don't know the choices you've had to make, the fears you've had to confront, or the dreams that keep you going. And because of this, it's essential to trust yourself in the process you're in. When you value your journey, you stop looking for external validation and start finding that sense of fulfillment and purpose within yourself. You begin to trust that you know what's best for you, even if it looks different from what others expect or imagine. Your journey is also a testament to your strength and perseverance. Think about all the obstacles you've already overcome. Think about the moments when you felt like giving up but didn't. Those experiences have shaped you into who you are today, and they are worth valuing. It's easy to focus on what hasn't gone right, to dwell on the failures or the missteps. But when you value your journey, you start to see that even those failures have a purpose. They teach you resilience. They give you the opportunity to try again, to adapt, to find new ways of approaching your goals. They make you stronger, more determined, and more capable of handling whatever comes next. It's also important to recognize that your journey is filled with moments of joy, fulfillment, and success, even if they sometimes get overshadowed by the challenges. When you value your personal journey, you make space to celebrate those small victories, the ones that may seem insignificant to others but mean the world to you. You begin to understand that success isn't just about reaching the big milestones. It's about the daily progress, the personal growth, and the moments of courage that get you there. Whether it's taking a small step outside your comfort zone, learning something new, or simply making it through a tough day, those are all moments worth celebrating. Valuing your personal journey also means embracing the uniqueness of your path. No two journeys are alike, and that's a beautiful thing. Your experiences, your background, your passions, and your challenges all come together to create a story that is entirely your own. This uniqueness is your strength, not something to be downplayed or hidden. When you embrace the individuality of your journey, you stop trying to fit into molds that were never meant for you in the first place. You stop comparing yourself to others and start recognizing the value in walking your own path in your own way. It's easy to get caught up in the pressure to conform, to do what everyone else is doing, or to follow the paths that others have laid out for us. But when you value your personal journey, you understand that you are meant to carve out your own way. You are meant to pursue the things that light you up, to follow the dreams that only you can see, and to trust that your unique journey is leading you exactly where you need to go. There is no right way to live a life, there is only your way. And that's what makes it valuable. There's also a sense of freedom that comes with valuing your personal journey. When you stop comparing yourself to others, when you stop worrying about whether you're keeping up or doing enough, you free yourself to truly enjoy the process. You begin to savor the moments of growth, the quiet breakthroughs, and the unexpected surprises that come along the way. You start to find joy in the journey itself, not just in the destination. And when you approach life from that place of freedom and self-acceptance, you open yourself up to even greater possibilities. When you value your personal journey, you also develop a deeper sense of gratitude. You start to see the blessings in every phase of your journey, the good, the bad, and everything in between. You begin to appreciate the lessons that each experience has taught you, and you recognize that even the toughest challenges have contributed to your growth. Gratitude transforms the way you see your journey. It allows you to find meaning and purpose in every step, and it reminds you that even when the road is hard, you are still moving forward. Every day, every experience, every decision is part of your journey, and that is something to be deeply grateful for. Your personal journey is a gift. It's a gift that is constantly evolving, growing, and teaching you new things about yourself and the world around you. It may not always be easy, and it may not always go according to plan, but it is always valuable. When you truly value your journey, you begin to see that every twist and turn, every success and setback is part of the greater story that is your life. You begin to trust that your journey is leading you exactly where you need to go, even if the path isn't always clear. Your inner circle is one of the most sacred and powerful aspects of your life. It's a close-knit group of individuals who have earned the right to be there, people who understand you, uplift you, and share in your vision. These are the people you trust deeply, the ones who know your heart and your intentions, and who stand by you not only in moments of success, but also when times get tough. And because this group is so valuable, protecting your inner circle becomes one of the most important things you can do for your personal growth, peace, and well-being. The concept of an inner circle isn't about exclusivity for the sake of status. It's about discernment, about being intentional with who you allow to have close access to you. Not everyone is meant to occupy that space. Some people are simply not equipped to understand the depths of your journey or the complexities of your dreams, and that's okay. Protecting your inner circle means understanding that not everyone who smiles in your face or expresses interest in your life has earned the privilege of being in your most trusted space. It's not about being cold or unapproachable, but rather about preserving your energy and emotional resources for those who truly support and respect your vision. Your inner circle is a source of strength. When life throws challenges your way, these are the people who remind you of your capabilities, who encourage you to keep going, and who offer guidance that comes from a place of love and wisdom. They see you for who you truly are, even when you forget, and they're not afraid to hold you accountable when you need it. Protecting this space means being vigilant about who you allow to influence your thoughts, your energy, and your decisions. It means setting clear boundaries and not compromising them for the sake of pleasing others or avoiding conflict. After all, those who truly belong in your inner circle will respect those boundaries because they understand that protecting your peace is an extension of protecting your purpose. Protecting your inner circle also means being mindful of the energy that others bring into your space. Every person carries their own energy, whether it's positive, negative, or neutral, and that energy inevitably affects you. If you allow people with toxic, draining, or chaotic energy into your inner circle, their influence can seep into your mindset and cloud your judgment. It's important to regularly evaluate the dynamics of your relationships and ask yourself whether the people in your inner circle are contributing to your growth or hindering it. Are they helping you to become the best version of yourself? Do they challenge you in healthy ways? Do they bring peace and positivity into your life, or do they add stress and drama? These are the questions you must ask if you are to protect the sanctity of your inner circle. There's also a level of emotional safety that comes with a well-protected inner circle. In this space, you can be vulnerable, honest, and open without fear of judgment or betrayal. These are the people with whom you can share your fears, your doubts, and your dreams without having to put on a facade. And because of that, protecting your inner circle means being cautious about sharing too much, too soon with people who have not yet proven their trustworthiness. Not everyone is deserving of your vulnerability, and not everyone is capable of handling your truth with care. To protect your inner circle is to protect your emotional well-being, ensuring that you're surrounded by people who genuinely care for you and have your best interests at heart. When you protect your inner circle, you're also protecting your time. Time is one of the most precious resources we have, and how we spend it directly impacts our quality of life. The people in your inner circle are those who add value to your time, whether it's through meaningful conversations, shared experiences, or simply being a comforting presence when you need it. They don't drain your energy or waste your time with trivial matters. Instead, they inspire you to use your time wisely and to focus on what truly matters. This is why it's so important to be selective about who you spend your time with. Protecting your inner circle means choosing to invest your time in people who align with your values, who support your growth, and who respect the finite nature of time itself. One of the most powerful aspects of protecting your inner circle is the clarity it brings. When your circle is filled with people who genuinely support and uplift you, it becomes much easier to see the path ahead. You're not weighed down by unnecessary negativity, distractions, or drama. Instead, you're surrounded by individuals who help you maintain focus, who encourage you to stay the course, and who offer insights that propel you forward. Protecting your inner circle allows you to think clearly and make decisions that are aligned with your true purpose. It creates an environment where your vision can flourish and where you feel empowered to pursue your goals with confidence. Another key component of protecting your inner circle is reciprocity. Relationships, especially those in your inner circle, should be mutually beneficial. It's not just about what others can do for you, it's also about what you bring to the table. Protecting your inner circle means fostering relationships that are based on mutual respect, trust, and support. It's about ensuring that the people in your inner circle feel just as valued, appreciated, and supported as you do. When your inner circle is rooted in reciprocity, it becomes a source of collective strength where everyone feels uplifted and empowered by the connection. At the heart of protecting your inner circle is the understanding that not everyone who comes into your life is meant to stay. Some people are seasonal, meant to teach you something, to help you grow in a specific way, or to accompany you on a certain part of your journey. And then there are those who are meant to walk with you for the long haul. It's important to recognize the difference and to know when it's time to let go of relationships that no longer serve your growth. Protecting your inner circle sometimes means making difficult decisions about who you allow to stay in that space. It's not about harboring resentment or cutting people off unnecessarily. It's about recognizing when a relationship has run its course and when it's time to release it with love. There's also a level of responsibility that comes with protecting your inner circle. You must be aware of your own role in maintaining the integrity of that space. Are you contributing positively to the energy and dynamics of your inner circle? Are you showing up as your best self, offering support and encouragement to those around you? Protecting your inner circle isn't just about guarding against external influences, it's also about being mindful of your own actions, attitudes, and behaviors. It's about ensuring that you're cultivating a space where trust, respect, and positivity can thrive. When you protect your inner circle, you also create an environment where authenticity is celebrated. In this space, you can be your true self without fear of judgment, without needing to conform to anyone else's expectations. The people in your inner circle accept you for who you are, flaws and all, and they encourage you to embrace your authenticity. They don't ask you to shrink yourself or to change in order to fit their idea of who you should be. Instead, they see your true potential and they push you to step into it fully. This is why protecting your inner circle is so crucial. It allows you to be in relationships that support your growth, not stifle it. Protecting your inner circle also means guarding against the opinions of those who don't understand your vision. Not everyone will see your dreams as clearly as you do. Some may even try to dissuade you from pursuing your goals, not out of malice, but out of their own fears, doubts, or limited perspectives. When you protect your inner circle, you create a buffer between yourself and those external voices. You learn to discern whose opinions matter and whose don't. The people in your inner circle are those who believe in you, who trust your vision, and who challenge you to rise above the noise of the outside world. They are the ones who remind you of your purpose when you start to doubt yourself, and they are the ones who keep you grounded when the opinions of others threaten to shake your confidence. There's a peace that comes with protecting your inner circle. When you know that the people closest to you have your back, you don't have to constantly be on guard. You don't have to worry about ulterior motives, hidden agendas, or unnecessary drama. Instead, you can focus on what truly matters: your growth, your goals, and your well-being. Protecting your inner circle creates a sense of safety, where you can rest, recharge, and realign yourself with your purpose. It's a space where you can be at ease, knowing that the people around you are there for the right reasons, and that they have your best interests at heart. Ultimately, protecting your inner circle is an act of self-respect. It's a declaration that your peace, your energy, and your well-being are worth guarding. It's a reminder that not everyone deserves a seat at your table, and that's okay. Protecting your inner circle means recognizing the value of the people who truly love and support you, and honoring that value by being intentional with who you allow into your life. It's about surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, who challenge you to grow, and who walk with you through every season of life. In conclusion, guarding and valuing your inner circle is crucial for maintaining your well-being, focus, and growth. By carefully selecting who you allow into your closest circle, you ensure that your time and energy are spent on relationships that uplift and support you. Recognizing the uniqueness of your personal journey and trusting in your process allows you to navigate life with clarity and resilience. Your inner circle should be a sanctuary of positivity and authenticity, where genuine connections flourish and mutual respect prevails. Embracing and protecting these relationships not only strengthens your support network, but also fortifies your inner strength, enabling you to pursue your goals with confidence and purpose. Cherish and safeguard these bonds, for they are integral to your journey and the achievement of your aspirations.